Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Truth Council 23 with me, Truth Nunez, and our spiritual council. We are so honored, grateful, and thankful to be here with all of you. 11 energy. Okay, Pisces. Could have to do with the Pisces for some. We're so honored. Here we go with this Arnold. Jesus, my lovies. Who's Arnold, my lovies? Arnold has been present for some of you, or Arnold Palmers, or Shirley Temples. Anyways, take it how it resonates, my lovies. What's up? What's up? What is up, everybody? We are here reading collective energies for Gregorian November 28th, 2023, keeping in mind that we are reading whatever Spirit wants us to read. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You are and forever will be the masters of your experiences, of what you will or what you will not into this creation. We are going to go ahead and get started by honoring and thanking the real MVPs, our spiritual council. I want to honor and thank my grandmama, Abuelita Gladys Nunez Maldonado. I want to honor and thank my grandpapa, Abuelito Felix Antonio Nunez. The name Anna is coming in. Something about Rosanna, the name Rosanna. I invite you to do the same. I do honor and thank your trusted ancestor. 111 was on the clock. Your trusted ancestors, those that protect and love and guide you. I invite you to honor whatever religious force, whatever spiritual force, whatever makes you feel good, grounded, and connected to the all as you are in this experience. And you can also just take a moment of silence to be in silence with yourselves. That's also more than enough. The name Oscar is coming in. Let's get started, my lovies, for the win. Oniva, the name Steven is coming in. The name Paul is coming in. Something about Paula. Something about Paula Abdul for some. Someone likes Paula Abdul. We're going to take that off, my lovies, because we don't want that to fall. 1:55 on the clock. More 11 energy. I am telling you, my loves. I'm telling you, my lovies. Let's get it started, my lovies. We got stuff to do. Places to go, people to see. For some of you, social isolation was coming in, and also something about bigotry. Spirit was giving us how I've gotten to travel and live in so many different places and meet so many different types of people, and not all the time, but oftentimes people, if they have not been exposed to people that look like you or speak like you or talk like you, they're going to go based off, people have schemas in their minds. They have profiles. And they use those profiles to let them know how to navigate through life. So certain profiles, they could be programmed to believe that certain profiles behave like this. If this person looks like this, then they behave like this. And oftentimes in our society, it's based on looks, what people look like. For some of you, it's something about so the way somebody cooks. Or a cook is involved in a situation. Maybe it has to do with a potluck. For some of you, a potluck is coming in, and sharing foods with different cultures, and how certain people may not be open to trying certain things because certain people are accustomed to believing a certain schema about a certain group, about a certain type of person. And so for some, you may feel isolated in a situation. I am getting social isolation via bigotry. Because for some, you may have, again, it's like a potluck. For some of you, you could have a potluck and everybody has to bring something, but it's like you're gonna feel like, for somebody's gonna feel some type of way because someone is not, or a group is not accustomed to eating something that someone is bringing, and it's going to make, and something about someone singing, and it's going to make someone like question the group. But sometimes, the toughest soldiers are tested. And I'm not talking about soldiers of going to war and harming people. I'm talking about disarming spiritually people and teaching them maybe a different perspective, or just by being you show up in your authentic light and you allow them to be exposed to a different type of culture. Take that how it resonates. That's what's coming in for somebody. For some of you, Spirit's blessing you with an opportunity, and you get to bless others in the same way by being a part of a community that maybe wouldn't have accepted you given a different circumstance. Take that how it resonates. Spirit's bringing us to share. I once shared this story when I lived in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I used to ride my bike. I was working as a real estate agent for a little bit while I was there, and I used to ride my bike to the office every day. And I caught the eye of a gentleman who actually owned. He would do bail bonds, I believe, and this gentleman wanted to treat me a certain way, and he was kind of confused by my disposition. Another gentleman around that same area stopped me once, and he said, like he was trying to hit on me. I was getting water at a gas station, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then he's like, "Are you interested?" Like he was trying to hit on me, and I'm like, "Oh no, it's okay." And then a young lady passed by, and I said hi to her too, and he's like, "Oh, I see your type." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, I see what kind of girl, I see who you like." And I'm like, "I like everybody." He's like, "Oh, you like everybody?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like everybody. I say hi to everybody. I like everybody." He's like, "Oh, you're like that?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go now." He wanted to see me how he wanted to see me, even if it was further from the truth. For some, it's like, and it confused him. My power confused him because I wasn't willing to just go along with his flow, wanting to see me in a certain way. I was kind to him, and I was kind to everybody else that passed by while we were standing there talking. But at the same time, something about gawking, because for some of you, someone watches you a lot, or you feel like people are gawking, or like it's like I don't know, it's like there's something there for somebody, like somebody's concerned about like someone being watched too much, or like a cultural thing, or maybe again you're like an outlier. It doesn't have nothing to do with your race per se, because these gentlemen that I'm talking about were like my skin color or darker. So it doesn't have to do with your skin color. Maybe it's just you stand for something that's a little different for some, and you have to stand in that power. Maybe it has to do with your spiritual beliefs. Maybe it has to do with the way you see life. Maybe for some of you, I'm getting una naturalista. I am also getting a materialista. Take it how, maybe for something about a lesion, something about a liaison. Maybe for some, you have to deal with a lot of materialistic people, and they believe that you're like that too, or that everybody is like that too. But for some of you, you may like quality things, but then again, you may be like, I can also just live off the ground and the grass if I needed to. Showing out your ass. Maybe for somebody thinks you're showing off. That's what's coming in. For somebody thinks you're showing off, but it feels like someone's misguided. That's what's coming in. Because someone's really about titles, and they think like someone's showing off, or showing them up, or like something funky's happening, my lovies. But Sperry's, here we go with boat shoes. Something about the boats. Sperry. And here we go with this Perry the platypus. Perry could be significant. Something about Perry Ellis. Spirit's asking some to temperance. I'm seeing the temperance angel. Something can be coming to a head in Sagittarius season. We are in Sagittarius. This could have to do with a Sagittarius. Or if not, by the end of Sagittarius, I am getting November 30th. On November 30th, something's going to happen for some. Spirit's asking for temperance. Spirit's asking for temperance, my lovies. The number 455. 455. What is up? What is up? What is up? Hot stuff. How's it flowing? How's it going? What's popping? And what's cracking? 10:34, my lovies. 10:34. Again, my darlings, we are reading for Gregorian November. I keep doing this, my lovies. 28, my lovies. 2023, my lovies. And 28 energy is what? It's a new beginning, my lovies. It's a new beginning. 10 energy in numerology. And then that turns into 1, which is a new beginning. I was seeing the Ace of Spades. I'm seeing the eight of clubs. Spirit saying Ace of Spades with the 8 of clubs. For some of you have to sign paperwork. For some of you have to confirm a small amount of money. For some of you, bonus energy has been present in the readings. For some of you, extra funds, extra money coming in. For some of you, administrative paperwork or a secretary that needs to help you with a signature. I am also seeing an Ace of Clubs, success, my lovies, and 1 energy brings in success. On this Mars Day, Emperor Day, for some of you, Emperor energy. Is it Emperor energy, my lovies? I be getting lost in the weeks, my lovies. And something about your obliques, my lovies. For some of you, Jupiter Day is present as well. Thursday, something exciting is happening for you on Thursday. For some of you, you're getting a random day off. For some of you, there are lies in a situation. For some of you, Emperor energy is very present. So in an organization, in a work, in an old institution, Emperor energy can bring in a father as well, or a man that you look up to, someone that you admire, a pillar in your life for some, a pillar for your wife. For some of you, this is your father-in-law. You will be meeting with your father-in-law, a pillar in the community. For some of you, I'm getting like funeral services. Somebody's passing away. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's like he was a pillar in the community. He was this, he was that. The obituaries. Boom. Boom. Something scary, my lovies. Anyways, Jack of Diamonds I am also getting. Quick coming news. Very, very quickly. Good stuff. For some of you, something about Tayana or Tiana. 10 of Diamonds energy changes. For some of you, changes. 10 of Diamonds energy also travels about an hour or so away from where you live. For some projects, 10 of Hearts energy. Things that are near and dear to your heart. For some of you, you have to get funeral arrangements going. I am seeing like buying flowers. You have to get things organized. For some of you, death is in your field. That's been present. For some of you, these changes are near and dear to your heart. For some of you, you have to travel for funeral services. For some of you, you have to travel. 10 of Diamonds energy. For some of you, you're very weighed. For some of you, you need a nap, my lovies. For some of you, something about your cat. For some of you, you need a nap, my lovies. The energies are very heavy. I just feel like hugging you and cuddling with you and taking a little nap. For some of you, you could be taking a nap with friends. So it's funny. When I was younger and I used to like bring a lot of people, like friends, like from high school and stuff, like they would come over. I was the first one to have an apartment, so we would have, I would have my friends over all the time, and some of them would laugh because they're like, you always want to take a nap, and like I force people to take naps with me. Well, I used to tell people, come on, let's take a nap. Come on, let's just take a nap. Because I would like to also cuddle with my friends. I do things like this, my lovies. I'm in my culture, like the culture for some culture is very present. Where I grew up and the culture that I grew up in, we're all very like touchy-feely, very warm people. And so for me, I've learned to tame it and temper it because some people, it's just different. It's like you have to learn cultural awareness, and some people may take it as something different. So I've learned to be more detached in a way. But it's still difficult for me sometimes because it's like I want to cuddle with people, I want to give people gifts, I want to like, let's take a nap, everybody take a nap together. It's like kindergarten energy. For some of you have a kindergartner or a young person around you. For some of you can have somebody around you that likes to be very cuddly, and it may be misunderstood by certain people, but you got really good news, my lovies. For some of you, you need that energy around you. For some of you, have somebody young around you, or a child is like that around you, and you need that type of energy right now for some. For some, it's like you need a good hug, or just to kind of offload some of that heaviness that you're carrying around for some. And it's like an innocent energy. It's reminding me of a being that I met. She had 3 children, and I did so again, for those who know, I did massage therapy part-time for a while, especially I worked for a spa and for a chiropractor. I worked for a couple of chiropractors, and I got to meet a lot of people. And during the shutdowns, I started visiting people in their home. Not everybody, but there were certain people that I would visit in their home to give massage. And this woman, she wanted me to come to give her and her family massages. I gave her and her family massages, her children massages. So she's like, I really appreciate this because it detaches, touch is not just about sex. Maybe for some of you, it's something cultural about how you touch. Maybe somebody thinks it's like you're being perverted or someone, take it how it resonates, someone's misconstruing something. There's a theme there for some. So this woman, she's like, I love that you come here for my children and that you teach them that touch is not a sex thing. It's a healing thing. It's a connection thing. It's a powerful thing. It's not just about, I love that. I love that you get to be here and share that with us. For some of you, it may have to do with a child or how you, maybe for some of you, you and your spouse, like there's a cultural issue about like what you want your children to do versus not based on cultures. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Everything is coming in for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. I'm seeing Jack of Hearts, Queen of Hearts energy. So for some of you, children are definitely in the field. For some of you, you can have a mother-in-law that, because I'm getting someone with a son. For some of you, you can have a mother-in-law and you don't really like how she comes across to the children, or a father-in-law. Take it how it resonates. Because for example, in my culture, if you ever sat on a man's lap, you would get your ass whooped. It's so interesting. It's interesting, my lovies. But it's like cultural, I don't know. Anyways, you got a mother here for some. Here's your mama or your mother-in-law for some. Queen of Spades energy. Your mama or your mother-in-law is very present for some, or an older female. For some of you, Queen of Spades energy is first and foremost your mother, or a mother-in-law, or an older female. I'm getting strong like mother-in-law, as we were talking about that. Or for some of you, this is ancestral energy protecting you. It's been very present, especially with the full moon energy. For some of you, this is you as an older female. If you are, late 40s into your early 50s or older, this also can bring in someone who's single, widowed, or divorced, but that doesn't necessarily have to be. Something about Knoxville, something about Knoxville's coming in. Something about Johnny Knoxville, but Knoxville, I am getting Knoxville, the city. Alabama could be significant for some. You got yourself an older female around you that protects you. For some of you, you have a lot of adopted children in your family. I am getting 9 children. Take that how it resonates. This person could be losing, like, she forgets a lot of things. She's blocking a situation, or you want to block this person out. This person's at a distance from you. For some of you, you have a mother figure, an older female who's at a distance from you. For some of you, you could be in one state and your mama is in another state, but you haven't been talking to her. For some of you, you'll be hearing from your mama and she's going to tell you that she can't travel, or there's some travel issue for some. King of Diamonds is also the military, is someone in a uniform. It's an officer for some. King of Diamonds energy is also someone who has foreign origins than you. For some of you, that wanting to travel internationally has been present, but for some of you, your mama won't be able to go somewhere far. Ghost. Anyways, this could be for a funeral for some. We got a Queen of Diamonds. I did feel for some an older female who doesn't have your best interest in mind, but take it how it resonates. For some of you, Queen of Diamonds is a female. It's in your dominant energy. So these are the energies that are very present that you're dealing with in this particular time. 1951, Queen of the 1951 could be significant for some. That was on the clock though. The number 20 could be significant for some. The number 7 could be significant for some. The number 26 could be significant for some. I'm also getting the 28th of December. Capricorn energy has been very present. That 28th of December has been very present for some. A Queen of Diamonds is a female who doesn't have your best interests in mind. This person is vain. For some of you, this person is insane. For some of you, there's an older female involved in a situation. This could be you as a female, my lovies. I am getting for some of you, this is you. You need a little break, my lovies. Because there's an older female who is a bully. She's mean. She is mean. But she got a good title, though. And she makes a lot of money. She's really sarcastic and fake. This is how the energy is coming in, my lovies. I'm just a channeler. For some of you, there's a mean spirit. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to hear it. She could have been like this forever. Someone's been like this for as long as she can remember. She doesn't know how to be any different. I don't think she wants to be. Someone's a spoiled brat. She's mean, my lovies. Jesus. Something about lean Six Sigma for some. Queen of Diamonds, a female who doesn't have your best interest in mind. For some of you, you just listen to this female. This may be the bigot for some. That energy has been present for some bigotry energy. For someone, this is someone new to you, or for some of you, this is someone new that you're meeting. Or for some of you, this is someone you want to reconcile with. Seven of Hearts energy. For some of you, you want to reconcile with the mother, but she doesn't have your best interest in mind. It happens. Seven of Hearts energy is a new beginning. It's a pregnancy for some. For some, someone's trying to get pregnant at a later age in their life. She can't get pregnant. She really struggles. I'm seeing la fatalité. Someone's going to have like an abortion. Ay. She has an interest in a pregnancy. There's a female who has an interest in a pregnancy. For some, there's somebody who, she's trying to manipulate her way through her life. It's like this is not in her destiny and she's trying to force it. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm getting a few different energies. But for some of you, there's a female that's new to you that doesn't have your best interest in mind. This is someone who is new to you or relatively new to you. Or for some of you, you want to reconcile with someone who doesn't have your best interest in mind. And she's pissed. For some of you, someone's a manipulator. There's an older female for some in the field. This person, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're getting a few different energies. There's one who has emotional issues. Her belly is bloated. She's insecure about her fat. She has really smelly farts. She doesn't see how it's her emotions. Someone's stomach is all jacked up. Her stomach is bloated. She's constantly bloated. She's angry. This woman's angry for some. For some, someone's angry because they're trying to manipulate their way into a reconciliation. This person knows she has fertility issues for some. She's infertile. But this woman would even try to lie her way. She has a strong interest. This is the type of person that she's not going to, director of something or other. She wouldn't take no for an answer. Even if it kills her. That's how it's coming then. This person is angry with a sister, a daughter, or a friend. For some of you, this is someone you may consider a friend. For some of you, this is you that, I don't know, there's an issue with a bunch of females. For some of you, there's a well-meaning female involved in a situation that can defend you against this person. For some of you, someone has a daughter that defends you against their mother. Take that how it resonates. For some of you, you may have a sister that defends you against, against your mister. For some of you, it's against your mister. Your sister defends you against your mister. That energy has been present for some. It was very present in, I think it was in the Aquarius reading, or was it the Libra reading? Or was it yesterday's reading? It was yesterday's reading. For some of you, there's a group of females, sisters, or it came in as sisters, but take it how it resonates, who really stand up for you. For some of you, you have an issue with your ex-in-laws and your ex. And all of the curse work, all of the lies this person told. And there's a sister who either there's someone in his camp. For some of you, there's somebody it's like your ex or the person that you're breaking up with or you're having some type of issue with. Like someone's even saying like, just leave them alone. Like leave your ex alone. Let them just find their way. And someone's like, nah, because this, because that. Like they want to continue. There's a family feud. These types of things, it's like energetically, I'm like, I just want to bow out. I'm like, thank you everybody for showing your energies. For some of you, it's really present. For you, my lovies, it's stressing you. You got a face-to-face with these people. You have to talk to these people. You have a face-to-face. For some of you, you have a face-to-face with a reconciliation. For some of you, you have a face-to-face with a new beginning. For some of you, you have a face-to-face with a pregnancy. For some of you, you have an announcement of a pregnancy. For some of you, there's a female who's really angry with your sister. For some of you, your sister will be telling you that there's a bully in a situation or a friend. For some of you, there's something about Wilmy. Something about Wilmer. Here we go with this Wilmer energy. For some of you, there's a sister or a friend who's looking out for you, who's pissed off, or this female who doesn't have your best interest in mind. Or for some of you, this is a sister who has an issue with an older female, or a friend who has an issue with an older female. There just feels like a lot of fakeness and pleasantries in a situation. Someone's really insincere. Like they live in their fears. They have no emotions. How deep is your love in an institution? For some of you, this isn't a work situation. King of Spades energy is a medical facility. It's some type of a hospital for some, or it's a big organization or a big company for some, or it's a legal field for some. Something about illegal. For some of you, have a well-meaning man in a legal situation or in an organization. You're going to be hearing from a well-meaning man. For some of you, you'll be hearing from your father. For some of you, there's a new gentleman that you can meet in a work situation that has your best interest in mind. He's a good guy. This person, for some of you, again, a lot of people defending you from jerks. It's like there's a division for some. There's a division here, my lovies. You got people that don't have your best interest in mind on the left side, and you got people that have your best interest in mind on the right side. For some of you, I don't even think you know this, but the energies that they're sending you your way, at some point you got to feel it. Jack of Spades is a group of men, or it's a group of men and women who don't have your best interest in mind. These are newer people to you for some. There are a lot of meetings for some, a lot of people involved in a situation, a lot of liars involved in a situation. And here we have this Jack of Hearts. I'm telling you, this is crazy. For some of you, there's one guy who pretends like he has your best interest in mind, a brother, a friend, or a son. Jack of Hearts is a brother, a friend, or a son, but I'm getting in a work situation. This person's insincere. For some of you, you have to really it's like Spirit's asking you, you have to Libra scales. A Libra could be significant. Like you have to balance, because right now it's like, then you have this person that's kind of pretending to be like in your group or trying to like infiltrate like the people that actually like you or actually love you or have your best interest in mind or are operating out of love. But this person's like an informant, like somebody sending messages back and forth to this female who's an older female for some. For some of you, there's a family feud and it's like picking sides, or two families. It's like the Capulets and the fucking whatevers. That's what's coming in, like a story of Romeo and Juliet. The Capulets and the other ones. What were they? I don't remember. For some of you, this isn't a work situation. 9 of Clubs energy. But it's like, maybe for some of you, someone has a crush on you in a work situation. For some of you, there's a perverted lady in a work situation. She has like perverted thoughts. Someone's perverted. Director, I don't give a shit. This person's fucking pervert. I'm telling you, my lovies. Titles, you spiritually speaking, and in our society is very different. This person's fucking perverted. For you have joy no matter what. For some of you, you have joy amidst. Look at this. Your joy is in the middle of all of these fucking demons trying to, I don't know. And it pisses them off that you have joy. You have joy when it comes to work. You have joy when it comes to a significant amount of money. Something about St. Nick. It's like Christmas for you. For some of you, you're going to get a gift. For some of you, you're going to get a lift. You're getting a lift. You're getting a lift. That's what I was getting, like a lift, like an increase in money. You're getting a lift, and these people don't want it. There are well-meaning people. For some of you, this is for you as a gentleman. For some of you, here's this ex. For some of you, there are people that you're in under wise counsel. You know who to trust. You know who to not trust. You also know who to treat well, which is you should treat everybody with respect. It doesn't mean you have to be buddy-buddy with anybody, especially if they don't have your fucking best interest in mind. These people are pretenders for some. But, Jesus. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? Do-do-de-do-do. We didn't bring our other one, my lovies. For some, in illegal matters, there's a gentleman and a female, two females. There are two females. Then some type of procedure and a gentleman. They don't have your best interest in mind, and they don't want to see you happy. Because for some of you, you won something. In a work situation, it's like if you were petitioning for something or a legal contract or some type of contract needed to revocation of something about vocational training. Like you got the win, whatever it was, like a certificate of authenticity. You got the win. I'm getting like bid wars. There could have been a bid for something. You got the win. And these people are pissed. And you have well-meaning people that support you. For some of you, there's a man or there's a female or there's a couple. I am getting a couple for some who are doing very well financially and they have a son. These are people new to you. These people are fucking gold. But you already told you were told that you were gonna meet people. For some of you, you could be a channeler or you could be like you were waiting on these people. For some of you, you knew these spirits were going to come to you. Here you are. Something. These people could believe in, like, these people are very spiritual. Even they may not seem like it. Again, it has nothing to do with the color of your skin or the blah, 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 blah. I'm getting Martin Luther King. It's the content of your character. These people have a really strong, like, faith. Even if they're not, like, religious, like, they believe in, like, they really believe. These people are, for some of you, here we go with this Aleve energy. For some of you, there's a wonderful couple. Oh my gosh. A few people. For some of you, there are two well-meaning men and a female that are specific. Something about Ben. These people, it's like, these people are amazing. And there's that Ace of Clubs. I told you have success because of these people. No stress. Because these people, it's like they're protecting you from this Queen of Diamonds. I don't know. Who's not okay. And then there's a bunch of people involved in a situation for some. And there are people like protecting you. Like, they really want your best interest. Like, they really look out for you. Someone could exaggerate, like, every little thing that you do. I'm getting, oh my gosh, I'm getting every little thing that you do. The number 33. I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. But somebody, it's like, it's that side. And then there's a female in particular. It's like every little thing that you do, somebody wants to blow it out of proportion. But it's like you have well-meaning people and they're like, just hold steady, temper, just temper. Whatever it is you're doing, you have to temper, my lovies. I want to spend the rest of... You have success over these people. For some of you, you have success when it comes to finances. For some of you, you have success when it comes to a contract with a work situation. It's going to piss some people off because for some people, I don't know. You got joy over this anger. You have joy. My God, second time. And it's not too far from where you live. You have to travel not too far from where you're staying for some. This Queen of Diamonds is pissed over an increase in your finances or paperwork. She insists she's a Queen of Diamonds. There's a few women involved in this. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. 3411 was on the clock. A young brunette involved in a situation. That 8 of Clubs energy, paperwork for some. This woman doesn't want you to receive a little bit of money for some or some type of bonus. changes, and you have success because of a well-meaning man. For some, certainly a well-meaning man is going to talk to this female, or she has to discuss something about your money with a well-meaning man. For some of you, this is your dad that needs to discuss something with his mistress. That's what's coming in. Your dad or a well-meaning man, certainly there's a face-to-face. For some of you, messaging. For some of you, you're text messaging or you're communicating with a couple of men regarding some type of letter or news that they have to give to you. I am getting a notary, or something needs to be officialized via mail. You have to see these people face to face. This is also involving a friend, a sister, or a daughter who doesn't have your best interest in mind. For some, she's envious of your projects. She's communicating with another gentleman about this issue. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're getting a few different energies. This is a young brunette for some, and it has to do with paperwork. 8 of Clubs energy. Again, you got 3 Kings. You're under wise counsel. You have 2 sevens. A lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of chatter, and some type of communication. 2 Jacks. There are delays when it comes to money, because these people are trying to delay a significant amount of money for some. This is a lot of money here. For some of you, this is your brother's ex or soon-to-be ex who plays with hex work. The Queen of Wands came in yesterday's reading. No, it was in, I think it was in Aquarius's reading. She came in the crooked. For me, based on energies and how energies work, if you have a Queen of Diamonds in the upright on your team, you have a powerhouse, because they are magnetic. It is, someone could be very charming, but when she's in the reverse or the crooked, she's insecure. She's a manipulator. She uses her charm and her magic for harm. For some of you, this is your brother's wife or ex or whatever, soon to be. We did say that. And she's envious of projects. For some of you, a family turned on. It's like somebody turned a family against each other. Take it how it resonates. But the family didn't even realize. But there's a reconciliation for some. Because the Queen of Wands was in the crooked. She's the most powerful energy when it comes to charms. If you get it, you get it. Because she has a lot of heat. And she's really good with that. But she could use her sexuality when she's in the crooked. She could be very loose. She doesn't know how to use sex. She's very insecure, very jealous, tyrannical, almost a bully. Could be very angry, irrational. Her heat makes her lose track of certain things. I want to spend the rest of my life. La Baraja wants to speak with you by my side. Somebody wants to marry somebody, my lovies. Here we have a dark-skinned lady for some. Here we have traveling on the street not too far from where you live or where she lives. For some of you, you have international travels. For some of you, there's road work. There's road work. You're going to see road work while traveling for some. For some of you, there are international moves that you would want to make, or somebody around you wants to make an international move. For some of you, you want to fix your lawn, or you want to dress up your lawn. I'm seeing like winter decorations, but for some of you, you're worried about your property. For some of you, you're worried about property taxes. For some of you, could be getting prepared to pay. For somebody owns a property, or they pay taxes, and they're worried about that. They're worried about the land. Something about Amanda. Somebody's worried about Amanda, or Amanda's worried about something. Take it how it resonates. For some of you, love, 4 of Wands, but I am also getting it in the terms of like the tarot, 4 of Wands, the home. Someone's really freaking worried. For some of you, someone's depressed when it comes to a love situation because someone's a liar. Take it how it resonates. Someone's thinking of lies they told. And they're not bold enough to clear it up at this particular time. For some of you, 2 of Swords. Street travels. For some, street travels in La Baraja is your street. For some of you, your house. For some of you, coming home. You're going to talk to a professional man, or this is you as a professional man, or there's a lawyer involved in a situation. There's a realtor for some involved in a situation. Something about Bassam, Cafe Bassam, 5th Street. For some of you, sadness. Sadness when it comes to news from a professional man. On your way home, you'll be hearing from somebody who's going to give you not so great news, my lovies. It's going to disillusion you a little bit. Here we have this lady who was thinking about a house situation. She's going to be very disillusioned. For some of you, can have a child with someone you don't know. For some of you, you have issues with the courts and your children, and you have to check in with a professional every so often. For some of you, in 3 days, you're going to have some type of surprise. For some of you, the Queen of Wands in the Crooked was coming in for a reason. For some of you, you're going to have sex with somebody that you just met. For some of you, here we have the father of your child who thinks a lot about you and your child. For some of you, a death. Oh, fudge. What do we say about the death? Death. For some of you, there's an ending of a situation. There's a death in the field. For some of you, you're going to be surprised to hear the death of somebody. For some of you, somebody had a serious STD. For some of you, you got official news coming from a house situation. For some of you, you will be ending a house situation. For some of you, somebody's spell work. So there's spell work here for some. There's spell work here. 666. There it is. I felt it. 666. There's spell work here for some. That energy's been playing. Someone was playing with death magic. That energy has been present. But for some of you, someone thought it was funny to play with death magic. She wanted to affect someone's house. For some of you, someone plays in rituals. For somebody's going to be disillusioned with the results of their manipulations. If it's not, take it how it resonates. Hoodoo, voodoo, whatever. It's so present in the readings, my lovey. Some things are just sad. It's negative thought patterns. It's real hateful energy. It's really wanting to harm somebody. It's really wanting to put procedures in place to really harm somebody. For some of you, somebody wanted to make someone lose a contract when it came to a house, but it didn't work. And they're going to be surprised at what's going to happen. In the evening time, someone's going to get some really bad news, my lovies. For some of you, you do have a contract of a home that's going to end. Somebody was trying to really work with a few people to have this contract go through. It's not going to go through. For somebody was thinking of, someone was messing around with someone that they lived with as a roommate. But they're going to stop this. This person was playing around with their emotions. And hex work, take that how it resonates. They're going to stop sleeping with this person. They're actually moving. Someone wants to move. I want to spend the rest of my life. What's this? Someone's not happy with the money that they've spent. They're angry. They want to let this go. They were trying to get away with something, but they have to admit defeat. Somebody was just trying to live with someone because they thought everything was about money. But then they started also sleeping with somebody. They crossed the line. And they were trying to all hide this and buy time. They were trying to buy time. And Spirit's saying for somebody stole a lot of money and they have to give it back. And it's going to help somebody pay off debt. For some, this could have been family. There are 2 children involved in a situation for some. I'm so in love with you. It's hot, my lovies. It's really not that hot, but something's getting hot. We have this crooked King of Pentacles in the reverse. There was a greedy old miser or a greedy jerk, a liar. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone gambled. Someone was willing to do even the most immoral, illegal, illogical things to get money out of a situation. For some, this is a brother. For some, this is someone that you loved or you considered close to you. This person really went to town trying to win something. There's a female involved in a situation. Somebody tried to screw a female over. Fui fui. Something about fui fui. Like fui fui. In Spanish, when you can't whistle, we say fui fui. 4401. Is this greedy miser? What a jerk. And he tried to get away with some shit. He's angry now because everything's blowing up in his face. For some, this is a brother. He's sad and depressed. It's like, oh, now you sad and depressed. It's like, you should be. You should be ashamed of yourself, you jerk. He is, unfortunately. I mean, that's good. That means that he has some type of repentance. He could repent. If he had no shame, that would be problematic. He was trying to be dramatic. He's a faker. He's like an actor. Someone who has a brother who's like an actor. He tried to do something immoral, illegal. The law in the reverse. He tried to do something illegal, immoral. He even summoned up deities for this shit. He thought that he was going to win, but he fucking failed. He tried to take control of the law. He tried to manipulate a lawyer. Somebody tried to manipulate a lawyer. He thought something about Sawyer. He thought he could buy his way into a fucking, for some of you, the work, le travail, delay, l'étranger. I told you he's guilty. I saw this in my mind's eye. La culpabilité. He's guilty, remorseful, regretful. For some of you, there's someone who's very guilty, remorseful, regretful, at a distance from you, who was trying to delay a female. Someone who's guilty, remorseful, regretful, trying to point fingers, trying to éloigner. He was trying to have somebody outcasted out of a community so he can steal whatever he wanted to. Energy, time, and whatever. And delay something when it comes to a female or a creative venture. For some of you, there's a work situation that has you isolated. What did we say? Social isolation earlier? For some of you, in the long run, you're going to distance yourself, or you're going to be able to travel. And there's going to be a female who's going to feel really embarrassed because of the seeds she was trying to plant in a situation. Because she's going to try to betray you. For some of you, there's a lot of betrayal, especially when it comes to a work situation for some. There's going to be a compromise. Boom. That's enough, my lovies. I think that's good. I think that's good, my lovies. What say you? I say true. All right, my lovies. Stay well. Stay well and stay absolutely well under your spell, my lovies. 4624. A female who's isolated. L'enfermement. I told you. I feel it. L'enfermement. Isolation. Hermit energy. A Virgo could be significant for her protection. Spirit isolated someone for their protection because apparently, I don't know. Devil energy. Someone was tempted out of envy, out of jealousy, to try to do something to somebody. Someone was jealous because of Spirit's love for somebody, or someone's love for somebody. And there's a new birth. There's something new happening. Anyways, my lovies, stay well. Those energies are heavy, my lovies. For someone's really like suffering. Take a bath, my lovies. Epsom salt baths for some. Somebody needs like a real spiritual bath. Instead of fucking trying to play with hex work to fucking destroy innocent people. Someone could really use a spiritual bath to relax themselves. You see the contrast, isn't it? So like instead of fucking paying, you know how much money people blow on these types of rituals. Instead of paying God to help you promote your flaws and hurt others, why don't you, I don't know, go take a fucking spiritual bath? Like, get yourself some fucking, I don't know, lavender and chamomile and just soak in your bathtub. Or if you don't have a bathtub, get yourself, you got a lot of money, rent yourself a fucking hotel room and just chill. Relax. Take a nap. Fucking chill. They can't. Their anxiety and their karma, it doesn't let them rest. Someone's scared. Anyways, stay well. Stay well, my lovies. Stay well. You know why? Do you know why? Because your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your spirit friends love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your spirit friends and your sister friend and your spirit friends. And drink a lot of water, my lovies, for some. And your spirit friends. And love always, and love always, and love always, and forever, homies.